Joining us first that we have UNC Senator Anil Roberts. A pleasant good evening, Senator.
Good evening to the observer. Good evening, Mikee. Good evening to all your viewers and listeners. Good evening.
Thank you so much. At the PNM's National Women's League Conference over the weekend in San Fernando, Dr. Rowley weighed in on the Jack Warner's issue, and he said, and I quote, "I told this country that his involvement, meaning Jack, at FIFA could and would embarrass Trinidad and Tobago." Now, the Prime Minister added that people can elect who they want to elect to serve them, but he made the point that when you are talking about a cabinet member, you cannot have a gentleman with that kind of reputation and worse, a job at FIFA. What say you?
Keith Christopher Rowley is the greatest disgrace, not only as a politician, a prime minister, a cabinet member, a leader, anybody at all. Keith Christopher Rowley was a teacher back in 1969, and he used his power position, his position of trust, to impregnate a girl of school age. That is not someone who should be in a cabinet, according to Keith Christopher Rowley. Keith Christopher Rowley was a minister in the first government of Patrick Manning from 91 to 95. And in that time and in the time following.
Now, he also said that Kamla Prasad said, can you hear me?
Yes, someone was calling me. I don't know why. Yes.
Go ahead, you could continue. Go ahead.
In that time, he also was a minister of government, and material and gravel from a hospital that serves sick people and children, found itself somewhere by him, and there was a commission of inquiry with detailed information on his involvement, and it only came and was quashed because the Integrity Commission, someone there, quite fortuitously forgot to tell him that he was allowed to know what their findings were before it went further. Keith Christopher Rowley is a man who walked into the Parliament of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago after holding pieces of paper concocted with lies, accusing a sitting prime minister, a cabinet minister's advisor, and later a commissioner of police about conspiracy to murder a journalist, to bug the DPP's office. He knew they were totally fallacious. He knew it was concocted. He knew it was a fabrication. Yet Keith Christopher Rowley summoned and wrote down and put on the order paper a motion of no confidence in a prime minister and a government, took parliamentary time away from making laws, stood up for an hour and 15 minutes and lied, knowing full well he was lying on other human beings just to uplift himself, to bring down a government that was performing. Keith Christopher Rowley then wrote those lies into power in an EBC that the judges said told the PNM that they had an extra hour of voting time and did not alert the UNC. Keith Christopher Rowley has held a cabinet where ministers are procuring. He has gutted procurement legislation. He brought the most corrupt HDC contract to the cabinet. Keith Christopher Rowley did not fill out his Integrity in Public Life Act forms, which is a breach of the law, and he's under criminal investigation for that. He did not alert the Integrity Commission that he received a benefit of $468,000 from the very contractor who won a contract under his government to fix up his Blenheim house where he got COVID 4 times, and that just went up, we found out, from $17 million to $48 million. Keith Christopher Rowley has brought Trinidad and Tobago to its knees with blood flowing in the streets along with the flood waters because he went and interfered with an independent institution called the Police Service Commission so that he could handpick a commissioner of police. The TTPS is supposed to be fiercely independent, so independent that the commissioner of police is supposed to be able to arrest and charge the prime minister. But Rowley went to the president's house, made the president another public servant, breached the Constitution, Section 123(4), misbehave in public office. The president then caused another public servant to misbehave in public office by removing a merit list that was duly constituted and approved and legally binding, and cause Trinidad and Tobago to be in a spiral with the police service without leadership, and murders running up and down this country, daylight, nighttime, lunchtime, breakfast, when you're eating doubles, in your house, out your house, in your car. People are scared because of Keith Christopher Rowley. Keith Christopher Rowley is the last human being to talk about character and who should serve. Keith Christopher Rowley, as recently as 8 years ago, was breaching his oath to his wife Sharon and produced twin children without prophylactic as a prime minister, as an old man, and use state resources to put them in HDC housing. And he is talking about someone else. Keith Christopher Rowley is the biggest disgrace to ever walk the earth on Trinidad and Tobago's beautiful rocks. So let Keith Christopher Rowley please shut up. Get out of office. You have dragged the flag. You're a total disgrace.
Senator, you also spoke earlier today about the procurement, and it says here in the editorial over the weekend in the Express, after 7 years of being fed one excuse after another, the public should now face the awful prospect that the Rowley administration has no intention of bringing the Public Procurement and Disposal of Public Property Act into effect anytime soon, nor even in the gutted form to which it had reduced the act 2 years ago. What does that leave us then? When we hear things like this, as far as the procurement?
Mikey K, if you have a piece of legislation brought by Kamala Prasad Bissessa in a short space of time that she was Prime Minister, passed with special majority to protect your money, Mikey K, to protect your listeners' money, to protect Errol Fabian money, to protect the viewers of Gael money, to make it hard for politicians who are in charge to thief it. And the Prime Minister does not proclaim that legislation. He in fact tells his Attorney General, listen, that legislation is too good. It has too many security issues. It's too many checks and balances. It's making the people's money too safe. Write up something and weaken that legislation. Bring it in the Parliament and the Senate. Get so-called independent senators, one of them, to not talk on the bill, but just vote to give them the one vote majority that they needed to get it through. Cut it there. Leave it there. Pretend that you're going to proclaim it. Years passing, assets selling, contract handing out, billions of dollars going without protection. And legalized thieving has been created in the legislation. And even that is too secure for the PNM government under Rowley. There can be only one conclusion, and it is amazing that the Express has now come to that conclusion, that the PNM under Rowley has come into government to, as Wademark would say it, procure without procurement and legalize thieving. There can be no other logical explanation. This is an untenable situation and requires an election right now. This cannot go. The Express must also understand that it is due to their lack of journalistic integrity, their bias towards the PNM, and their feigning of being independent, that these things have been allowed to happen, because in a real democracy, the watchdogs of the people are the media who would ask and highlight issues and bring it about. The Express writes an editorial, but when Kamala Prasad Bissessa, Wademark, Jolene John, Mooney Lal, Dinesh Rambali, everybody downstairs, Lakram Bodo, all of them were downstairs saying, why are you gutting this procurement legislation? We passed it already. Proclaim the legislation. Protect the people's money. They come up in the Senate and we are fighting and we are stating all of these things. Where was the Express? Where was the media to join with Kamala Prasad Bissessa and the opposition and say, no, no Rowley, no Al-Rawi, no PNM. We are not going to allow you to thief our money. They now come when half the treasury gone. We have no revenue. People are suffering. Joblessness across the country. Bridge and roads, everything collapsing. They don't even have money to clean drain. Nothing to save the children. Children lying down on terrazzo to dodge bullet. And now the Express says, oh my goodness, it looks like the PNM come to thief.
Yeah. And even so, with all that has been gutted out and all that has been compromised in this bill, one would think that the government would say, listen, at least we're bringing something to protect the people, the citizens itself, when it comes to so many of these deals that are tied up in non-disclosure agreements and things that lack transparency.
Mikey K, the PNM came into existence, Dr. Williams, since 1956. Since 1956, the PNM has been the most corrupt government in the history of the Caribbean. Oil boom after oil boom passed through here like a dose of salt. Whether it is the Caroni Racing Complex, hundreds of millions spent and not a horse run, the financial complex, the Mount Hope complex, the Churchill Roosevelt Highway, you can go on and on, the lock joint, the Tesoro, the oil, even coming up to Rowley now with the crooked money and the Bridgemans, the HDC contract, the fake oil, the Petrotrin, the Delcy Gate, the Maduro Gate, the pariahs you can see. And let me just say, for those of you who may not have paid attention to the Commission of Inquiry into the death of those divers, let me just tell you that the GoPro, if you go on to it and YouTube, look at it from 49 minutes to 54 minutes or so, where the GoPro showed when the accident occurred, when the incident occurred, and after they were sucked into the pipe, Mikey K, you can hear 4 living souls talking, breathing just like you and I are doing right now. And Newman George, Rowley's golfing partner, Rowley's go-to guy, the husband of the Speaker of the House of Representatives who would not allow the UNC to debate COVID-19, to debate flooding, to debate criminal activity, crime and safety. Her husband stopped the rescue from going on and allowed those men to die slowly over a period of 3 days. The video and the audio was something that would make you have nightmares. You can hear the men. There is no doubt. Remember when it first happened, they were suggesting, the PNM was suggesting that the men would have been crushed and they could not have been alive, and therefore it was too risky to go down there, and that's why they stopped the other divers from going through and fulfilling their rescue mission. Well, the GoPro and the audio has the men talking just like you and I right now.
Yeah,
they had oxygen,
sad.
they were alive, and they died slowly over a 39-hour period. That is PNM. That is the disgrace. That is where our country is. Rowley was heartless from the beginning. Rowley don't like nobody from the beginning. Rowley don't even like his children that he produced, and he's called them outside and only take care of the ones inside. Rowley cannot even live up to an oath to the woman he say he loves. Rowley is a sicko. Rowley is disrespecting ministers in the cabinet and their wives and children. Rowley is the biggest disgrace to ever sit anywhere in power in the Caribbean, and he has the audacity to judge others. Rowley must go, and he must go far, and even for PNM people to tolerate that, that is the best you have. Your organization is of no use.
Thank you. Thank you, Senator. I want to thank you so much again for linking with us this evening. And again, it has always been insightful. We will be linking with you, of course, sometime in the near future. Thank you.
God bless. Be safe. Take care of your families. Look out for one another, because we are on our own. The government has abdicated their responsibility to provide safety and security. So let us take care of one another. Thank you, Mikey K.
Thank you so much.
God bless.
God bless.